principal reason to come to an Ardmore language school is that the children have an opportunity to have an experience totally different from the rest of the experiences they have during the year. They meet children from other countries, they're constantly involved in something not only stimulating but active, and they have the opportunity to be in incredibly beautiful places and visit in beautiful places.
The on-site accommodation at the Ardmore centres is quite varied. We use boarding schools throughout the summer, and it can be a shared room, it could be an ensuite room. We also have dorm-style accommodation, and really it's completely varied.
Food at the Ardmore centres is good, solid, traditional English food. The type of food that you would expect to have at school. So it's solid, it's filling, and it's British.
The first thing that students can expect from the Ardmore experience is to improve on their English skills. Ultimately, we're a language school, so that's our first mission.
Here at Ardmore, we try to base our lessons on active English. That is English that the children can use not just in the classroom, but outside the classroom. The fundamental to teaching English is not just teaching kids grammar, but it's teaching kids functional language that they will be able to use. By ensuring that they also have activities and fun things to do, not just in the lessons but outside, they can then take this classroom language and use it outside.
A standard day at an Ardmore centre is jam-packed with lessons and activities and fun. Ardmore provide language cultural trips for foreign students to come to the UK and experience a bit of the UK culture and history that we have here, and provide them with sort of a summer holiday camp where kids can be active and meet other students from other countries and mix cultures. Ardmore have been established now for 26 years, and we keep trying to improve on what we do from year to year. The market's always changing, so we're always trying to improve and move with it. We've actually diversified now, and we've got the Ardmore Rugby Academy, Ardmore Football Academy.
Right, so a little flip there, 1, 2, and then back down again.
We've also got Ardmore America, so we're sort of spreading around the world and just trying to give our service to more and more people around the globe.
I think we're successful in teaching English because we make the kids appreciate the English they're going to learn. We let them appreciate that it's functional language, and we make the lessons fun. By engaging the kids in activities they want to do, so if they want to talk about their families, we will, and we'll concentrate on language to do with that. The English then stays in their mind longer because it's lessons that they wanted to do, not lessons I wanted to teach them.
So Ardmore's mission is to provide safe travel for these students to our country and provide them with a service that they can go back to their country and be pleased with and come back year after year.
Agents should consider forming a partnership with Ardmore simply because we are committed to providing the best and the highest quality standard of language and cultural holiday that we can possibly provide. Well, generally our centres in the north have indoor and outdoor sports facilities. So for example, centres will always have an indoor gym. Usually there will be facilities like basketball and volleyball, five-a-side football. Outside there'll usually be playing fields, and again you can do big team games out there. Some centres actually have swimming pools. Some centres may even have a golf course. But there's a whole range of indoor and sporting facilities at all our centres. Ardmore have a well-established rugby academy that we run in conjunction with Sale Sharks, and we employ some coaches from Sale Sharks, which is a Premiership rugby club, to coach our youngsters in all the skills they need to play a great game of rugby.
It's really important that while they're learning the language, they're doing something they're really enjoying as well. And I think being able to learn some of the rugby words and terminologies helps them in lots of different ways in how they interact with us. And as an English coach, if they need to understand, they need to listen, they have to pay attention, which is always good in anything you're doing, whether it's in the classroom or whether it's out on the rugby field here as well.
The training is quite intense, and they'll learn all the skills they need on the field, the passing, the theory behind the skills, and they put it into practice. They'll have individual tuition, then they'll play in small groups, and of course then they'll end up by playing full rugby matches. So Ardmore offers tennis courses, which we employ well-qualified coaches. We have private courts. Students will be coached in the basics of tennis, obviously serving and volleying, classic tennis strokes, and then of course they'll put those skills in practice matches. Well, for students who wish to improve their golf, we have several facilities available. These include a simulator, also a driving range. We also have a putting green for them to improve their short game, and we also have a 9-hole course for them to practice the long game as well, and also access to professional courses. Students have 15 hours per week of English lessons, and sometimes lessons will take place in the morning and sometimes in the afternoon.
The three most important elements of the lessons that we teach are of course vocabulary acquisition. The children come here to improve their English, and they have to expand their vocabulary as a consequence of that. Spelling, learning how to not simply speak the words that they learn, but write the words that they learn. Connected to those previous two, of course, a conversation, and we promote conversation as much as possible in the classroom, only in English. And in fact the rule that we have everywhere is that whenever they're in our presence or in the dining hall, for example, or out on trips, they must speak English wherever they go.
Well, all students go on a full-day excursion once a week. This is on a Saturday. It's usually to a place of local interest. So, for example, students go to Liverpool, which of course is a very famous historic city students are very interested in. And in Liverpool they will do such things as go to the Beatles Museum. They'll see where the Beatles used to play. They'll go to the Albert Dock, which is an interesting cultural place to visit. And they'll just walk around the city. There's plenty of old buildings and interesting places to visit there. If you're thinking of coming to an Ardmore holiday, you can expect to meet lots of new friends. You'll be very busy, you'll be very happy, and generally you'll have a fantastic time and one to remember for the rest of your life.